Right, hello guys, watching the Geek Somewhat, and today we're talking about, well, I just finished watching The Devil's Chord. Yeah, the second one. We talked about the first one, it's already out, it's just come out today, so there's my review on that. So check it out on the channel if you haven't already, on the first review, and the Christmas special we've already talked about on the channel. But without further ado, let's get on to episode 2, The Devil's Chord. Wow, this is like an episode we've never really had in Dog 2 before. I liked a lot more. Spoilers for my first review that's already out, check it out fully. I wasn't the best fan of the first episode. This episode I liked a lot more, and I thought it worked quite well. I think it had that beat, it had it had the right chord, I guess you could say. The tone of it felt really cool, and I really thought it smashed it quite well. And yeah, I mean, it's not, I don't know if I prefer the Doctor Strange musical battle or the Doctor Who one, to be honest, but I liked a lot of info we got as well, where the Doctor's at. Obviously him losing his home has played a big, last of the Time Wars, I guess, losing his home is hit home again. We've talked about it again, he's lost his people. So it's very on Ncuti's mind, which I thought was the whole point of Ncuti not having any of that baggage. I thought, well, obviously it's still going to affect him no matter what, I guess. But like, I thought that's what David Tennant's Doctor's dealing with. But anyway, yeah, that was a reference to the first Doctor. He was like, we're in 1963. Oh, I'm just over there with my granddaughter. And then we got a little thing about Susan, the Doctor's granddaughter. And that was kind of cool, but he doesn't know whether she's alive or not, because the Master could have done ripple effects and killed her even if she wasn't on Gallifrey, apparently. I don't think that's the case. One day we'll see her. One day. Talk about one day, as the Maestro gets defeated. Yeah, she says, just as she's getting stuck in the piano, she's like, "The one who waits is waiting for you. He's coming soon." You know, teasing. You're like, okay, all right, okay, yeah, we're continuing that, are we? All right then. Yeah, I like that. I like that aspect. I honestly was happy that the Doctor didn't just go bing, 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 and get the right chords and then end the villain. I'm happy that it didn't, and I'm also happy like the Beatles. Two of the members. I don't know my Beatle people. I know, I'm sorry. I'm happy that they're the ones that did it. The Beatles brought the music back, and the villain was defeated not by the Doctor. I thought it was epic and cool that the Doctor and the companion get took into... the Doctor gets stuck in a drum and Millie gets stuck in another musical instrument. But I didn't think... I thought like they should have been more vortexy and stuck in there and more painful. It would have been cooler to see, but they just get stuck in there. He's like, "Oh, I'm stuck in a drum." I'm like, oh. It was cool them getting put in there, and then I'm like, oh, he could really just break out. Really, couldn't he? I guess she's strong, so maybe she's holding him down in there, but I don't know. And Millie, "I can't breathe," and there's like a hole there, so she's like, "I can breathe." You know, it's just like, okay. I like the TARDIS as well, with the title sequence. Yes, and the Maestro's playing the da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, and it goes into the title sequence. Love that. And I love the transition from the title sequence into the TARDIS with the jukebox, and then listening to the Doctor Who theme tune. And then the Maestro playing it against the Doctor as well later on. That was good. Yeah, there's such a big thing linked to the 60th, isn't it? Because Maestro's the they, them, or the child of the toy maker, basically. You know, that's interesting. It ties in massively, and Ncuti's like, oh my god, it's part of the pantheon, the what the toy maker was saying. So it's very locked in with the 60th. But I feel like you don't have to watch the 60th if you really didn't have to. It gives you enough information so you can continue that story quite well without having to look back at other episodes, which is good. But it also is like, oh, we watched the 60th. It pays like, you know, a little bit like, congratulations, you watched the 60th. This is a bit for you, you know, like a gratitude. Well done for watching it. Here's something that you get extra. you know. I felt like that worked quite well. The Beatles, okay. The other musical people, alright, okay. Honestly, it didn't really hit me that much. But I liked going to the future and seeing London all destroyed and chaos. And the villain, the maestro's plan was what she wanted. She wanted people to be gone. She wanted the sound effect. And her just, the more and more that plays, the more she gets stronger. And she wanted to take over the universe with that. I understood why she was doing, why they were doing what was needed, I guess, and what they wanted. But yes, the battle, the music battle, yeah, it was cool. Also, the playing into Ruby and how special she is, because the maestro's like, oh, you're something different. And I also want to give credit to the maestro, actually, because I don't know, like, it's a mix between It, you know, the horror film It, hello Georgie, wanna fly, you know, that sort of It, and the Joker going ha 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 ha, and you know, that aspect with a bit of Master in there and a bit of different villains from different genres, I guess you could say. It really, and especially when when the maestro goes up and it's like It, and it's just like, I feel like other horrors are just added in them. Sorry, I'm getting middled up with them. It's said the them in the things. I'm trying to stick with that to not offend anyone who's watching as well, you know. I keep saying she. I'm sorry. Them. Anyway, I'm trying my best. I'm trying. Anyway, so yeah, I just felt like that was cool to see all these different genres within them. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it did give me It vibes and Joker vibes and all sorts. But also the music note at the end, that's never been done before. I'm going to cough for a sec. I'm not editing, so, you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so, yeah, the musical thing at the end. Literally, the musical note was like, I had to turn the TV down. It's getting loud, you know. I'm watching this at 2 o'clock in the morning, Neighbours. But, like, okay, I was like, whoa, this is going on for a long while. This is going for a real long while. And that kid at the intro at the beginning, who's the toy maker's child, is the maestro, but the maestro's child is this boy, and it disappears in the intro, and then come back at the very end in the corner and just walks off. It's like, he might cause some problems later on, but anyway, yeah. What else was I going to say? Yes, the musical stuff was interesting. There's always a twist. Okay. Well, okay, that was a nice thing, but honestly, I thought the maestro would force them into song, but it doesn't. But yeah, the world looks better with the music, and it shows vital. Also, the old woman, the old guy, and there's a woman crying. So Millie's playing, Roby Sunday's playing the song. And it's making this other guy happy. This old woman's looking at memories back in the day. And this other woman's crying from it. It just shows the different emotions music can do. And I thought that was a vital thing to say as well. Like, it just shows how powerful music is and what it hits other people in different things. That was a cool thing. Also, the Sonic doing that thing and everyone was like, you know, he couldn't talk. That was cool. That was well done. And then the maestro kind of blew at Sonic. Also, the Sonic's getting different colours. And I have seen from trailers and stuff the different variants of colours for the Sonic. So that's interesting. I do like the original version, to be honest. Or the red. But anyway, yes. Time to rank it. Out of 10. 8. 8 out of 10. I think this is a solid one. This is a step up in the right direction. And I actually want to watch this one again one time. So yes, 8 out of 10. Step up than episode 1. Spoilers, check out my review for episode 1, but I was very harsh on it, I felt. Whereas this, I'm a lot more positive. So yes, join me for the 3rd one next time. Stay tuned next week for my review of that. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Of course, we don't just do that. We do Marvel, DC, Doctor Who, Rick and Morty, Chucky, you name it. Really, basically for a geek like me. So join Journey and subscribe. I'll see you guys in a review very soon. Have a nice day. There's always a twist.